Welcome to Lock Sportscast, your weekly source for Locksport news and every so often interviews. This is episode 37, recorded February 13th, 2021. I'm your host, Charles Current, and in today's episode, picking the Urban Alps Stealth Key, speed picking records at speedlocks.org, new products from 3D Locksport, a Georgian crime group running a training school for criminals, other lockpicking criminals, sales, and giveaways. Remember, you can find this podcast in an audio version just about anywhere you listen to podcasts, and you can find the video version on YouTube. Links to stories discussed will be in the show notes, and some of those platforms have limited show notes ability, so you can always find full show notes at thelocksportscast.com. A couple of quick announcements. I still haven't got the time to post the online Locksport community list that I reviewed in the last episode up here on the locksportscast.com, but I'm going to try and get some time to get that done. And when it goes up, if you would check it out, make sure that you don't know of any that might have been missed. If you see any that have been missed, make sure to let me know. Podcast at thelocksportscast.com or any of the other contact methods on the page. The Locky Awards. I really could use some more people to get over there and vote. Last count, I think we had 23 people that have actively voted so far, so if you can make the time, I know not everybody has time or the interest, but if you can make the time, please get over there and vote. It really means a lot. If you've been nominated in the Locky Awards, maybe get out there and promote a little bit and see if anybody else is willing to vote for you. Go to your fan base and point them to lockyawards.com and see if they are willing to head over there and vote for your videos. In community news this week, I'll start off with a tweet that was shared with me last week by Chirel that I didn't have time to fit in that episode because it was kind of long already. Legal Lockpicker put out a tweet on February 6th about a fully functioning wooden warded padlock. He says, this definitely falls under my make stuff Monday umbrella. And he asked other people to share their cool projects. So might be something you want to post in if you have something cool going on. And from another tweet that was interesting, also shared by Chirel, was a giant key-shaped pinning tray made by Bobby Keys. He says, I get a lot of ideas from Locksporters. This is one of them. It's a giant Yale key, which could also function as a pinning tray, but it's just really cool. And I just like the creative projects, so I thought I would go ahead and share that here. In other news, Lowell Forbes made me aware of a video of a Urban Alps Stealth Key being picked and partially gutted. That's the title of the video, Urban Alps Stealth Key picked and partially gutted by LockDoc. And it says, brought to you thanks to a collaboration with Mogsy. Lowell says, I would like to share this with you. First pick I've seen of the Stealth Lock. Now, I know it's not the first. I'm not sure if it's the second, but it's definitely not the first. But the first you can practically not find unless you search the lockpicking subreddit. There's an archived post from Captain Hook number 1 where he picks and guts the Urban Alps Stealth Key, and he links to a YouTube video called Urban Alps Stealth Key Picked and Gutted. But it is set to unlisted, so the only way you can actually get to it is if you have the link by going to the Reddit post. So I will post a link to the Reddit post. As far as I'm aware, that is the first public picking and gutting of the Urban Alps Stealth Key by Captain Hook number 1. Some of you may be aware that RoonPicker is running a giveaway, which I will mention the details more in the giveaway section of this video. But basically, you have to pick a Lotto 410, a Master 410 Lotto lock as quick as possible. The quickest pick wins. He's got a couple of rules attached to that, but he sent me in a note, said, in case you're curious and want to cover the current ranking leaderboard for the giveaway, and he sent me a link to a leaderboard for the giveaway. And wow, the quickest time currently is from Midnight Philopicker. And yeah, cover that here in just a second. But what this led me to was the site it's hosted on, which is speedlocks.org. And this is a partnership between RoonPicker, Reed, and Panda-Frog in cooperation with Lockpickers United. It's for verifying, recording, and tracking speed picking records on different lock types. They've got the locks organized by their Lockpickers United belt ranking. Not all locks are available right now. They're slowly adding them. They've got some administrative stuff to work out because they have to manually review the videos. All the rules for how to submit them are on the site. I will have a link to the site and to the ranking for the 410 Lotto Lock here in just in the show notes. So make sure to check that out. He also is going to be keeping me updated, he says, with the latest records for different types of locks that they have received. So we'll go over that real quick. So the latest speed locks records for this week in February, we have Midnight Philopicker, Master Lock 410 Lotto Lock, 2.46 seconds. That is insanely fast. That's barely enough time for me to get a tension wrench and a pick in a lock, let alone actually get it picked and open. I will say that the one thing here is that bidding is variable. So not everybody is picking the exact same lock. So if you get a lock with really favorable bidding, you're going to have an advantage in this versus somebody who only has like 1 or 2 410s and they have some extremely bad bidding or in this case, good bidding, which makes it hard to pick. So just something to keep aware of when you're looking at these records. Just because you can't pick a lock in sub 5 seconds or less than a few minutes does not mean necessarily that you're not as good a picker, as fast a picker as that other person. You need to watch the video. You need to pay attention to the lock they're actually picking because it does make a difference. Other records this week, we have also Midnight Philopicker for an ASA 700 in 49.65 seconds. So obviously he is an extremely talented and fast picker. It's not just the bidding. I just wanted to put that caveat out there for everybody. Don't be down on yourself, if you're not as fast. Heavy Metalhead has an ASA Twin 6000 picked in 2 minutes, 53.97 seconds. That is really quick. Really. Now, we can move on to the Lockpickers United karate belts. Also, Midnight Philopicker got his red belt on the 8th. So he is just cleaning up here. 2 timed records and his red belt. So an amazing week for Midnight Philopicker. I'm probably pronouncing your name wrong. I apologize, but congratulations on all your accomplishments this week. In the new products section, we have 3D Locksport posted that they have several new products released last week. And their Twitter post said, if you have a large lockpick stand or an abomination, or you've been thinking of getting one, then you are going to want to see the new products just released, and a link to a YouTube video, which I will also have linked in the show notes. Basically, he has come up with connectors so that you can very securely connect your large lockpick stands and or your abomination, or both of them, or a combination of some other new pieces that he's made into one large pick stand, gutting stand, just this one piece securely connected pick holder and gutting stand creation of your choice, whatever combination you want. It's quite an innovative idea, and he credits the person that made him work on this, the person that gave him the idea. So go check out his video, check out his latest creation. I think it's quite creative, and it's a very good idea for people who have the need for a lot more pick holders. Remember, this podcast is only possible because of your support. So if you happen to be on a Facebook group, a Discord group, watching a YouTube video, hanging out on Twitter, anywhere you happen to see some little bit of Locksport information that you think the community at large should know, make sure to share it with me at podcast@locksportscast.com or any of the other methods in the show notes, or go to contact@locksportscast.com and you can find all the different ways to contact me there. If you share it with me, I'll share it with the rest of the community. Remember, not everybody in the community frequents the same areas that you do, and they may not see something that you see. And an easy way to get it out to a larger group is to share it on this podcast with me. Other ways you can support are to share the podcast. In those same areas where you are frequenting, feel free to submit a link to one of my videos on YouTube or the audio podcast, whatever your preference is. Basically, whatever you enjoy, whichever version you enjoy, share with the community at large. Some people like audio podcasts, some people like video, whatever. It's up to you, but share it with other people so they can make a decision for themselves if they want to listen to it or not. You can leave a comment or a thumbs up on YouTube. You can subscribe on Patreon, PayPal, or buy me a coffee. Patrons usually get the episode about a day early. This week, again, I apologize, but I'm failing my patrons these last couple of weeks. This week, a huge limb off of the tree next to our house fell off and hit our house during an ice storm, so I'm getting this out late again. Again, I apologize to all my patrons. If you support the show with a donation or information that I can use, I will give you a producer credit in the episode. And if you have something you want me to link to, a YouTube channel or a Discord server or a web page or anything like that, just make sure to send me the link and I'll make sure I link to your service of choice in the show notes. And with that, I'd like to say thank you to the people that made this episode possible. We have the executive producers who are all of my Patreon subscribers. We have Medler, Panda-Frog, Michael Gilchrist, Starrylock, Williams Brain, To Be Deciphered, and Pat from Uncensored Tactical. Remember, all of these have YouTube channels, and Pat also has a website, which is what's linked in the show notes, where you can find his podcast and his training courses and all that stuff. I'm putting in a new credit here. We have a chief content producer, and I'm going to say that's Anthony Chirell, because without fail, for months now, he has been my number one information source. He scours Twitter, pays attention to everything, and sends me all kinds of links, some of which I don't even get in the shows. So just a big thank you to Anthony. I really appreciate your support. Other content producers for this episode, we have RoonPicker, Feralshooter, Joshua Gonzalez, HV Logic, Starrylock, and Pocket Woman. And I want to give another special thanks to Panda-Frog for his hosting of the Locky Awards voting page. It saved me so much work this year, and I just can't thank him enough. Get over and check out his site. When you're voting in the Locky Awards, when you actually go to vote, it's going to send you to a page on challengelock.com. Check out the rest of that site. It's a great way to track your challenge locks. He's also involved in that speedlocks.org site, so make sure to check that out. All right, and we'll move on to lockpicking criminal news. First story is a really interesting one. It's titled, Italian Police Smash Cult-Like Georgian Burglary Gang. It says, Police Smash Gang that set up Thieves Academy. And this is from the 12th of February, 2021. It says, Italian police have arrested a group of Georgians who are accused of organizing dozens of burglaries, running a training school for criminals, and having a cult-like dedication to breaking and entering. The gang is allegedly 55 members strong. They've burglarized at least 113 properties, leaving no trace, it says, thanks to their handcrafted lock-picking tools and a technique admiringly dubbed the Georgian method by local police. Police are quoted as saying they are real experts. When we returned stolen metals to one victim, he didn't even know he had been burgled. says members are forbidden from marrying and required to have tattoos that indicate their rank in the group. Members have to attend a secret academy for thieves, and says that they focus on professional growth. An ambitious young member had to show he could make his own lock-picking tools. They are totally dedicated to burglaries, is the quote here. And another quote by the magistrate said, they had a code of honor that considered thieving a cult-like activity. Burglars were provided with cars and sent out each day to, quote, work. The stolen property was dispatched weekly to buyers in Ukraine. An inquiry is underway to establish if the gang has ties to any Georgian mafia. So, wow, running a whole academy. And yeah, sounds like they were very efficient. Be interesting to see how they were caught here when the rest of the story develops. Our second story, only slightly related to Locksport, is out of London. It's entitled, Man Guilty of Trying to Buy a Hand Grenade to Blow Up Police Station. The Mohammed Chowdhury, 24, of Tower Hamlets, was found guilty of trying to buy a hand grenade allegedly to blow up a police station. He handed over £300 in exchange for the explosive device on February 5th of last year. At the time, he was in breach of a suspended sentence for waving an axe at a man outside of a tube station, it says. Having been caught on the CCTV, he appeared to direct his rage against the police. The likely target was the Bethel Green police station in East London. The weapons dealer he attempted to buy the grenade from was, of course, in fact, an undercover police officer. He intended originally to buy 3 grenades for £900, and wanted to buy some other weapons, but on February 5th, when they met at a coffee shop outside of London, he seemed flustered and that he could only raise the £300 for 1 grenade. In phone calls after his arrest with his mother, he said, I don't care about the judge or the police and that. I wanted to hurt one of them. I was getting annoyed. If I could have got that, I would have chucked it at the station. I don't care. And then when he was arrested, he said, this isn't a joke, is it? Can you be a bit lenient? I'll pray to God and promise never to do anything like this again. Yeah, I'm sure they believed you. It says, on searching his flat, police recovered a shopping list including handcuffs, nitrile gloves, and strong acid. On the list underneath police cheetah remote stun gun, lock picks, and sharp survival knife, the word bought was written. On examination of his mobile phone, they found indications that he had downloaded information on making explosives. In a note saved on his phone, he had written about wanting his family dead, saying, also, I feel I want to commit mass murder and kill myself before the police get a chance to arrest me. So, yeah. Sounds like a real winner. He had been arrested. Evidently, the situation he was under suspended sentence for was, it says, he had been, on November 19th of 2019, he was pushed from behind by a man outside of Stepney Green Underground Station. He ran off only to return armed with a short-handled axe in his hand, tied to his body by a length of cord. He brandished the axe, waving it around at a second man who ran off. The incident was caught on CCTV. He pled guilty to having a bladed article in a public space. And that evidently is what set this event off, because how dare they arrest him for threatening people with an axe, I guess. The next story is Niles man sentenced for trying to pry open safe inside Giant Eagle. Joshua Huey pled guilty to safecracking, vandalism, and breaking and entering charges in Niles, Ohio. He was sentenced Monday for trying to break into a safe at Huntington Bank outside of Giant Eagles in Niles. He was sentenced to 18 months in prison after pleading guilty to vandalism, safecracking, possession of criminal tools, and 2 counts of breaking and entering. He was also ordered to pay fines and court costs as a result of the sentence. Police say that just after 2 a.m. on March 15th, he was caught trying to pry open the safe inside the store. The Giant Eagle security company alerted police a man could be seen on camera inside the store. When officers arrived, they found that a door had been forced open and they could hear someone hitting something inside the store with a blunt object. They ordered him to surrender. He did, lying on the ground where he was handcuffed and taken into custody. It's not lockpicking, but it is a safe cracking attempt, but a very, very crude one. Our next story is out of Blair County, Pennsylvania. Hollingsburg man arrested in 2019 apartment burglary. A Hollingsburg man was accused of being involved in 2019 burglary of apartment complex office where thousands of dollars in cash and jewelry were taken. Joshua Mercer, 32, was arraigned Monday on felony counts that included conspiracy and burglary stemming from a break-in at the office of Brush Run Apartments in Allegheny Township. He's alleged to have stolen 2 bags containing about $1,200 in rolled coins from the washer and dryers, as well as $2,000 in cash from a desk drawer, according to charges filed. It says the owner found a lockpick on the floor behind the desk where the coin bags were last seen, along with the money. A Rolex watch and jewelry were stolen from the desk as well. Keys to the washing machines and dryers were also stolen, and it cost the owner $2,500 to have the locks on the appliances replaced. They contend that Mercer's accomplice, Joshua Rowland, confessed to helping Mercer carry the coins from the office and was able to describe the watch, jewelry, and other things taken, along with a large ring of keys that police later found on the 30-year-old Rowland when he was arrested in a separate incident that July. Mercer allegedly confessed to the caper when questioned by Altoona police while in Blair County Prison. Looks like he used the lockpick to get the coins and the money, and then also the keys so he could continue his capers. All right, for sales this week, pretty much the same as last week. We have the 10% off your order at 3D Locksport with the code PacLock10. Mako Lock still has 15% off with the code BuyMako, and their Black Friday specials page is still active for some reason. UK Lockpickers still has a 10% off code gift, and none of these have any expiration given. I check them every week right before I record, and they are all still valid as of today. We have a new giveaway by Starrylock, and it's in his video entitled How to Join Starry's Posse. Hashtag Operation Starburst. The basics are, to join his posse, you need to do the following. Be subscribed to his channel, like the video, comment on the video, and make a shout out video from one or more of the channels listed in the list he provides in the description. Each channel shouted out must receive at least 30 seconds of screen time. Use the hashtag Operation Starburst and provide him with a shipping address, and he will send you some stickers he has for the Starry Posse. For a chance to win a set of really nice locks that he's picked out, he's got some of his postal locks in there. It's a really nice set of locks. To do that, you got to do a video. You got to join the posse, do the posse join video. You can make additional videos for up to 5 entries. Each video counts as 1 entry. You can't do 5 shoutouts in one video. You have to do 5 separate videos if you want all 5. Make certain all the videos use the hashtag Operation Starburst. If you haven't confirmed your entry within 24 hours, then provide a link, or if Starrylock hasn't confirmed your entry within 24 hours, then provide a link to him as a comment on the video to make sure he sees it. You can also do email entries. It says if you don't make YouTube videos, you can still enter to win the locks and pick set. Be a subscriber. Or to do that, you have to be a subscriber, like the video, comment on the video, send an email to starry.lock@gmail.com with a recommendation for a Shoutout Monday video. You can gain 5 entries in this fashion, and those can be sent in single or multiple emails, it says. The recommendations must be YouTube channels that have not previously been covered in the Shoutout Monday series and are not on the Operation Starburst list that he has in the show note or the description on YouTube. Qualified channels must be less than 100 subscribers and be active members of the Locksport community. Entries will be accepted until midnight on the 19th of March 2021. Drawing will be held in the morning of March 20th. Feralshooter's giveaway is still running until the 19th of February. I'll have a link to that video. It says 100 subscriber, no thumbs challenge. You have to pick and gut any lock on camera with both thumbs completely immobilized and use the hashtag Feralshooter100. See his video for complete details. RoonPicker is having his RP Spicy Asa giveaway. This is the one where you have to attempt to speed pick a Master Lock 410 Lotto fast as possible. Fastest pick wins. And that giveaway ends on February 16th. I will have a link to his giveaway video, as well as the link to the speedlocks.org leaderboard for his giveaway, showing the fastest picks. Panda-Frog is doing his monthly giveaways under his channel. I will post a link to his video announcing it, and make sure to check out his channel for any updates. I'm sorry, with everything going on in my personal life this week, I didn't have time to check and see if there's been any. I apologize to you, Panda-Frog, but I will include the link. Get over there and check it out. I think it's still valid through this week, the rules I gave last time. So I don't think I missed any updates, but if I did, I apologize. You can also always check out CLK Supplies YouTube channel. They do their hashtag LockBoss giveaways. So make sure to go over and check out their videos. I'll include a link in the description to the one where they discuss the giveaway and how it works. And Starrylock is still doing the Shout Out Monday series with the assistance of Pocket Woman. They highlight channels that have fewer than 100 subscribers and are part of the Locksport community. So make sure to go check them out. Check out both their channels. Do a search for the Shout Out Monday hashtag. All the rules that you need are in the descriptions. And every month they give away, or Starrylock gives away, a 20-pound Law Lock Tools gift certificate. It is your encouragement to go over and check those channels out and leave some comments, letting people know you're there. The Lock Sportscast and Charles Boldscrap, my other channel, we're still doing the PacLock a month giveaway. Details on the giveaway can be found at giveaway.thelocksportscast.com or in the description of each one of my YouTube videos. Basically, send me some information or that I can use in the podcast, or share the podcast online. That's how we get this this channel growing, and how we keep the podcast going, because without the information, I won't be able to keep it going. This is my way of encouraging people to get out there and find information and send it to me. Don't forget to go vote. LockieAwards.com. Go check it out. Get voting. You only have till February 28th, and I will do a live stream announcing the videos, hopefully on March 5th. So, yeah, make sure to go check it out. And remember to share the podcast. Send me any information you can find. And most of all, remember to keep it legal.